10. So this is how you do it. Write the slope formula. And start over to the left a little bit more. Start right there. Thank you for playing. That's not the slope formula.
Oh, no, I know. Slope, oh yeah.
Start to the left. Because you want to have room to put your work. Y to my minus, come on audience, it's y to my minus y1 over x to my minus x1. Bubble, 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 bubble. 3 bubbles on the top, 3 bubbles on the bottom. The bubbles, now you're going to see the importance of the bubbles. Okay, so what you do to do this problem, you come over here and you're going to write an x under here and a y, not yet, go away, an x under here and a y under here, and then an x under here and a y under here. Do that first. And then you're going to put a little 1. You see how this says x1? Well, this is going to be x1, and this is going to be y1. This is going to be x2, and that's going to be y2. Do that. 1, 1, 2, 2. Now, that's a lot to remember. Like, where do I put the x's? Where do I put the 1s? Where do I put the 2s? Which one do I put first? The x or the y? Blah, blah, blah. So here's how you remember it. At the end of the alphabet, what's the last 3 letters? X, Y, Z. X comes first, then Y. So always put your X first and then your Y, alphabetical. And then there's a song. X, Y, 1, 1, baby 1, here comes a ta-ta. Okay, let's sing that song. X, Y, Y. Wait, I said it wrong. Sorry. Ready, go. X, Y, 1, 1, baby 1, here comes the ta-ta. It's like X, Y, run, run. You're saying 1, 1, but you're saying run, run. You better run, because here comes the choo-choo. Get out of the way. 1, 1, baby 1, here comes the ta-ta. And that helps you remember where to put the 1s and where to put the 2s. And then put an equal sign after that and a big O fraction bar. Good. Who's in the first bubble? Y2. So you go over here and you find who's Y2?
-10.
-10. So in that first position where that bubble is, put a -10. Who's in the second bubble? On the top. No, who's in the second bubble on the top? Minus. So you put a minus. Who's in the third bubble? Y1. Who's Y1?
0.
Settle. Put a settle. Now we do the bottom same way. X2. Who's X2? -12. So in that first bubble spot, put -12. Now, I'm going to show you the importance of the bubbles. Who's in the second bubble on the bottom?
Mine.
Take away, put it down. Who's in the third bubble? X1. Who's X1? -8. Put -8. And if you don't have the bubbles, this is what people do wrong. They'll put the -12, no problem. Then they'll say, okay, it's take away. And then they'll say, oh, it's -8, there's -8. And that's wrong because they'll interpret that takeaway. You have to have the takeaway and the negative, and that makes it totally different. And if you have the bubbles, you don't make that mistake. And then you punch in the top, write down what you get, put an equal sign here and a fraction bar. So if you punch in if you take away 0 from anything, you just get the same number. So what's -10 take away nothing? -10. Put -10. Now on the bottom, can you do that in your head? Change it in your head. -12, take away -8. Very good. -4. Now, a negative divided by a negative equals a positive. So our answer is going to be positive. And then so put 10 over 4. It becomes positive 10 over 4. Now we have to simplify it. Divide by 2, divide by 2, what do you get?
5 over 2.
Yeah. Equal 5 over 2. That's the slope of the line that would pass through those 2 points. That's how you do that one. Now erase all that. Now I'm going to put letter D. This will have to look like a D.
You need markers.
I'll use the green one. Letter D has that, and it has that, and it has that, and it has that. A straight line has how many degrees? Go ahead.
Is it 180?
Yes, a straight line is 180 degrees, 180. So if I'm trying to figure out, let me use a different color eye. So from here to here is 180. So if I want this one, I do 180, take away 110, and that gives you
70. Just
70 degrees. That one has to be 70. This one and this one has to add up to 180 because it's a straight line. Now, letter E says the two angles pictured here are called what kind of angles? It either starts with a C or starts with an S.
Is it supplement?
Yes, supplementary, because two angles that add up to 180 degrees are called supplementary. If they added up to 90 degrees, then they would be called complementary. Because complement your granny because she's 90. Your granny could never be 180. I don't know if anybody has lived to be 180.
It's possible.
No. Okay, erase that. Now this is letter F. Erase everything, even that E. Okay, this is really quite easy. I used to teach this in the 7th grade, but still, you have to know how to do it. You have to know how many degrees are in a circle.
360.
360. All together in a circle is 360. Can you do a 360?
I don't know. Please turn.
Now face Cody. All right, Bob. Now do a 360. Jump up. Wait. Jump up. Do a 360, and don't touch the ground again until you've done a 360. Oh, you almost did a 400 something. Okay, do it again and try to land exactly 360. Well, move that so you don't fall. All right, Bob. Do a 360. Perfect. That's a 360. You did a complete circle. Okay, so now that is a right angle, which is how many degrees?
90.
90. That is 70 degrees. So you add those two together, right? 160. So from here to here is 160. If I want to get that, I subtract it. Okay, that's J. That whole big angle is a right angle, which is how many degrees? 90. If I want to get the question mark, I subtract it, and it tells me what goes in the home. It tells me what goes in the home.
75.
So that's a five, carry the one, or borrow the one. So that one would have to be 15 degrees. And those two angles are called what kind of angles? Complementary, because they add up to 90. Compliment your granny because she's 90. L. Erase that. Don't yawn in the video. It makes people think I'm boring.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Josh.
All right. How many degrees is... Oh. How many degrees are all together in every triangle?
180.
Yes. 180. That plus that makes 180. What's that?
90.
90. 90. Well, add 90 plus 47. What's 9 plus 4?
137.
Yes. Now, so these two add up to 137. How do we get that one?
You subtract.
Subtract it. That has to be 43 degrees. All very... Oh. Erase that. Trading places. M gives you a triangle with a right angle in it. How are you going to get that?
Is that hypotenuse?
It has to do with the hypotenuse. What formula?
Pythagorean.
Pythagorean theorem. Write down a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Put it right there.
That's
A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now, answer this question. What letter, A, B, or C, always represents the hypotenuse?
C.
C. Which one of these is the hypotenuse? 16, 10, or question mark?
Question mark.
No, the hypotenuse is always the longest one.
Oh, 16.
16. And you go to the playground. See that little thing is the playground? Walk across the street. Say, hi, hypotenuse. Go to the playground. Walk across the street. Say, hi, hypotenuse. You can probably get that one too. All right, so 16 has to go in for which letter? Which letter, A, B, or C, always represents a hypotenuse? C. So under C squared, put 16 squared. This is the Pythagorean theorem going backwards. Have you done this yet?
No.
Bring down your equal and put the 10 in for either the A or the B. It doesn't matter. Just pay attention.
So then do I write plus a squared?
Yes. Now bring down the A. Always bring down your A squared. See, before it's always bring down your C squared. Now it's always bring down your A squared. Now what's 10 squared? Come on, come on, come on. 10 squared.
100.
100. So put plus 100. 16 squared. We don't know that one, do we?
No,
Calculator.
I don't think so.
Is it like
Austin,
100?
quick.
It's like 100.
16 squared.
I didn't think so. 256.
256. I didn't know.
16
256.
squared. He used his calculator. I should change it.
256. Keep that calculator up. I'm gonna need it. Now, this is the point where everybody gets messed up. They don't know what to do. You have a dangling man. Who is he? 100. How do you get rid of him? Minus 100. Minus 100. Little big line away.
156.
Good. And how's he say? I gives you 156. And then you always bring down your A squared. You always bring down your A squared. Now step aside. How do you get A? Square root it. Square root it, Josh. 156. Right, A equal. So this is the Pythagorean theorem going backwards.
12.4899.
I'm sorry.
12.48.
12.48. Put all those. 12.48. 99.
999.
99 what?
3 nines.
Oh, 999.
96.
999. And then what?
6.
And then a 6. So we're going to round that off, let's say, to the hundredths place. Which digit is in the tenths place?
4.
4. So that one is in the hundredths. So it's either going to be 12.49 or go up 1 to 12.50. 12.50 because you look to the digit to the right. He says, I'm thinking in order to go up 1. So it's 12.50, but you don't need the 0, so 12.5. So you put A equals 12.5. You can put wiggly equal sign, which means approximately equal to 12.5. That's the Pythagorean theorem going backwards. Okay, we are done.